Hello friends, I am still Mrs. Austin, your Nursery 1 class teacher. Hope you're doing good at home with mom and dad and you're also studying your books. So welcome to today's online teaching. This morning we want to look at the subject, which is literacy, and the topic is Introduction to Noun. Introduction to Noun, that is naming words. Now, before we proceed, we'd like to know what is a noun. Now, look at the board closely. A noun is a name of a person, animal, place, or things. A noun is a name of a person, animal, place, or things. That is the definition of a noun. So whenever you hear that they said a noun is a naming words, you don't need to be what? Confused, because it is the name of a person, it is the name of a what? An animal, it is the name of a place, and also it is the name of a what? Things. So these are the definition of a what? Of a noun. A name of a person, animal, place, or things. Now look at the board. We have example. These are all the example that is being written on the board. Then example of a person. You and I are what? Example of a person. For instance, we have what? Number one says what? Amanda. Amanda is a person. So when you hear the name Amanda, that shows Amanda is a noun. Then let's go to what? Animal. Example of what? Animal. We have what? Ant. Ant is an animal. Okay. Then example of a what? A place. Abuja is a what? A place. Abuja is a place. Remember I told you example of a person is who? Amanda. Example of animal is ant. An example of a place is Abuja. Then example of a things is what? Aeroplane. An aeroplane is a what? Is a things. Now number two. You can see that I've arranged them alphabetically. The number two is what? Blessing. Example of a person. Blessing is a person. Now example of animal. We have bats. Bats is an animal. Then example of a place is Benin. Benin is a word. Benue is a word. A place. Then example of things. Bag. Bag is a things. I believe all of you at home have a school bag that you put your books. Mommy and daddy have a bag. Daddy have his bag that he put his laptop. Mommy have a bag that she put her laptop. The one she take to church. The one she take to place of work. So these are what? Example of what? Things. Now moving on to number three, we have Caleb. Caleb is a person. It is a name of a person. Example of animal, we have what? Cat. Cat is an animal. Very good. Example of things, again we have what? Calabar. Calabar is a place where people live. Now example of things is what? Cup. What do we use cup for? We use cup for taking what? Water, drinking tea, etc. So moving on to number four, which is our letter D. That's Daniel. Daniel is a person. It is a name of a person. Then the animal, example of an animal, we have what? Dog. Daniel, a name of a person. Example of animal, dog. Now, example of a place, we have what? Delta. Delta is a place. Now we have example of things. We have desks. You have desks at home. The one you also use in your classes to sit and write on it. Then number five. Number five is what? Elijah. Again, Elijah. Elijah is a name of a person. Then the example of animal, we have what? Elephants. elephant. An elephant is a name of what? An animal. Then we have example of a place is what? Edo. Edo is a place. Okay, a place where people live, just like we have Lagos State. Where do you live? I live at Lagos. Then we have things. Example of things here we have what is egg. I love egg. I love eating egg. So all these are what? Naming words. Remember I said introduction to what? To noun. So when they said naming words, you don't need to be what? Confused. A naming words is a name of a person, animal, place, or things. So go through this and know the example of a person, the example of animal, the example of place, and example of things. Always go through your studies. Thank you till we meet next week. Goodbye.